So, you guys know Attack on Titan, that mildly popular shonen series? You know what, you may have actually never heard of it. You should probably check it out. Anyway, today we're gonna be ranking every single Attack on Titan opening all the way from season 1 to season 4 part 2, the Rumbling, the latest one. So I was originally gonna react to all of them and then rank them, but I've heard these openings like 100 times each. So instead, I just decided to do it this way. I'm gonna break them down and just give my own thoughts about them, and then just plug these bitches up on a tier list. And then at the end of it all, I'm gonna rank them from best to worst. You know how tier lists work. Okay, so a bit of an unpopular opinion right from the start. I don't like a lot of Attack on Titan openings. Okay, this is gonna be a bit controversial, but particularly the ones by Linked Horizons are the one I have really mixed thoughts on. And that's always been kind of weird for me, because Attack on Titan has such great OSTs like the Armor Titan theme, Zero Eclipse, just to name a few, and then some of the openings are just extremely mid. Anyway, let's not waste any time. I have a lot to say about these openings, particularly the newer ones, so let's just get straight into it. Okay, so I got the tier list pulled up right here, and first up, Guren no Yumiya, Season 1 Part 1. Now, I doubt I need to say much about this. This one's a classic. This is one of the big boys of anime openings. I think even people who don't know Attack on Titan have heard this at some point and they can probably recognize it. With this opening, I think the orchestral rock type theme that they have going on works really well. I'm a huge fan of fusion or just progressive type music. Progressive metal is my favorite genre of music overall. And also I love orchestral music. NF does the whole orchestral rap type thing. I just absolutely love that. And so this opening is kind of like a progressive rock orchestral type fusion, and it just works so fucking well. It sounds cool, it has the hype, it captures the season very well, which is a recurring theme with a lot of Attack on Titan openings. They do capture the theme of the anime very well. So overall, just very well done opening. I don't really need to say much about this. Put you straight in that A tier. Great stuff. Okay, so next up, season 1, the second half. This has some weird fucking German name, which I'm not even gonna try to pronounce. I know I'm gonna get clowned on if I even try. Jiu no Tsubasa is the Japanese name, I'm guessing. This one, it's just bad, okay? It's not good. They tried to go for that anthemic type of style, kinda similar to the first one, but also they made it a lot more focused on those anthemic parts. Now that I think about it, I did go back just now to hear it again right before recording this, and I did notice that the guitar riffs on this theme are actually pretty fucking sick. But they tried this anthemic style of music with punk drumming, which just the first one did it really beautifully, right? Guren no Yumiya did that beautifully. But this one, it just falls flat, it doesn't work. So yeah, final verdict on Jiu no Tsubasa. This one's pretty bad. It's not even meh, it's pretty bad. I don't like this one. Okay, so now to the big one, Shinzo Asago. Now this one, season 2, this is gonna get me in a bit of hot water, but this opening is just, it's mid. This is such an overrated opening. It's kind of like the poster song for Attack on Titan. When people think of Attack on Titan, they usually think of Sasageyo or Guren no Yumiya, but a lot of times people think of Sasageyo when they think of Attack on Titan. And I don't know, man, I just never liked this opening at all. I did go back to listen to it, obviously, and again, I did notice that the instrumentation is really good on this song. But with this song, I just don't like the vocal style. Particularly at the chorus. I think this is the part which everyone loves, the chorus of the song. That's what I don't like. I feel like this song is great if you just remove the vocals out of it. It's a great song. I enjoy the beginning and the end, but the whole vocal part, I just can't get behind that. So yeah, this one's just one of my least favorite themes, I would say, of Attack on Titan. Okay, not least favorite. I think this is very mid. So yeah, I think this is kind of overrated. And if I was judging it just by the instrumentation, this would go probably in the B tier or maybe even an A tier. But if I were to judge it purely on the vocals, then this would go on the D tier. So I'm a meet in the middle. Put this in the C tier. It's meh. The instrumentation saves it from being a D tier opening. So yeah, season 2 opening, Sasageyo, C tier. It's whatever. Honestly, I cannot wait to read the comments on this one. Moving on, we have the opening for season 3 part 1. which is Red Swan by, I believe it's Yoshiki and Hyde. Okay, so I want to preface this one by saying I'm a huge fan of Hyde. Like, even aside from his anime songs, I've heard of a lot of his music and it's just so good. He's such a talented guy. The thing I love about this opening in particular, I said this about Guren or Yumiya as well, like a lot of Attack on Titan themes, they fit in very well with the anime. Like, I think this correlates well to my opinions on Attack on Titan as well. Like, season 1 and 2 were good, like they were pretty good, but they were just built on hype, I feel. And season 3 is where I feel a lot of those, you know, like deeper, somber elements start slowly creeping into the series, and I think this opening just captures that so beautifully. Like, you go from the first 3 openings, which are just like hype, anthemic, epic kind of themes, and then you go to this like such a melodramatic, somber track with just beautiful, heartwarming vocals. It's beautiful, man. This theme, beautiful. This is going straight in that S tier. Like, this is, I love this opening. Okay, moving on, we have season 3 part 2, which is, what's the name of this thing again? Shoke to Shikabana no Michi, which is again by Linked Horizon, and I'm pretty sure I butchered that pronunciation. That's actually kind of embarrassing. Like, I'm learning Japanese and my pronunciation is still so terrible. Anyway, with every single one of these openings, I knew what they sound like even before I went into this video. This particular opening though, this one, I had no idea what this sounds like. Like, I genuinely do not remember hearing this opening at all. So I'm genuinely gonna go ahead and listen to this right now and come back and give my opinions on it. That sounds awfully similar to season 1 part Guren no Yumiya. This is the season 1 opening. This is just reskinned. Yeah, this is not good. That was a cool ending though. The ending, just the guitar notes at the end, very good. Okay, so anyway, about that opening, it's not good. This is kind of like what they say about Green Day's new album, you know, Father of All. I remember when that song came out and every single one of the comments was just, this sounds like a teen band trying to recreate Green Day. This kind of sounds like that. This sounds like someone trying to recreate Guren no Yumiya from memory, and it just turned out terribly. You know what, season 3 part 2 opening, this goes in the, it's definitely a D or E. This is not going anywhere above that. D tier, it's pretty bad. Okay, so now it's time for the 2 big boys, the season 4 openings. Okay, so the first one of them, Boku no Sensho or My War. Okay, so there's a backstory to this one. When I first heard this opening, I remember season 4 had just come out and I heard this opening over on Instagram, someone had posted it. I did not like this opening when it first came out. I was like, damn, this might just be one of the worst Attack on Titan openings so far. But then I realized the more I heard it, the more this started just growing on me. Like, I've said this for pretty much every opening so far, but this opening fits so well with season 4. Like, My War has such a creepy tone that no other Attack on Titan opening has, you know, it's so unsettling the entire time, and I think that just fits beautifully with season 4. I mean, season 4 is where a lot of those just war related, just creepy themes just come in, and like how Eren goes from, you know, like basic shonen protagonist to Joseph Stalin, Chairman Ping Pong, Super Hitler basically in this season. So I think this theme just goes perfectly with season 4, and honestly, it is a very well composed song. Like, this opening too, like kind of like season 1's opening has those prog rock orchestral styles, but it also has some very hard to describe creepy tones fit in, and I think it's a beautiful track. And I remember when season 4 actually came out, season 4 part 1, I used to watch this opening twice every single week. Like, it used to play, I used to go back, I'm like, I'm listening to this shit again. I need to listen to this twice every episode. So yeah, great opening. This one, straight in that S tier, right next to Red Swan. Deserves that place. Like, genuinely, if I rank this based on my first impression of it, it would go straight in that E tier or the D tier, but this has climbed all the way to the S tier. Solid opening. And finally, the latest opening, season 4 part 2, The Rumbling. Like I said before, I am a huge metal fan. Like, anything progressive metal, heavy metal, metalcore, I'm just a huge fan of metal music in general. And this song is just a fucking jam, bro. I love the instrumentation on this track. It is just so good. Like, the instrumentation is beautiful, and I'll be honest, the lyricism on this song is kinda not for me. Like, don't get me wrong, the concept for the lyrics is there, I just don't like the delivery style, I guess. The lyricism on this song kind of feels just immature, sort of almost like Juice WRLD levels of terrible lyrical writing. Okay, to be honest, it's not Juice WRLD level bad in terms of songwriting, but it's very basic. Okay, I think a lot of metal fans will understand this, but I'm a huge fan of just lyrics with deeper meaning or like metaphorical or analogical kind of stuff. Artists like Avenged Sevenfold are great at doing that, you know, Dream Theater and Porcupine Tree, just some great lyricism right there. I mean, even in this song, there is an example of great lyrics. The line, "If I lose it all outside the walls, live to die another day." Because in Attack on Titan, life has always been like that for these soldiers. Like, they survive one mission, but there's a very high chance that they're not even going to survive for the next one. You know, even what Irvin says to the scouts during the inaugural ceremony, that most of you won't be here 4 years from now, just saying that even if you live on one mission, you're probably going to end up dead on the next one anyway. So that line does a very good job of painting the world of Attack on Titan, in my opinion. But some of the other lines are just so bland and so basic. To be honest, I did criticize this opening a lot, and you might feel this one's going in the D tier or something, but I honestly love this track, again, because I'm a huge metal fan. Instrumentation is great, concept great. So yeah, all that being said, this opening is going straight in that A tier. This would be borderline S tier, I'm not gonna lie. I would consider putting this in the S tier. I think just because of sort of the immature lyricism on this song, I'm downgrading this to the A tier. So there we have it. That is the Attack on Titan tier list. If I were to rank them now, and I honestly should have just created a separate list for doing that, but I didn't, so I'm just gonna say it and have the visuals pop up. So going from worst to best, first of all, we have Season 3 Part 2. This one, which is the Guren no Yumiya ripoff. It's bad. Next, at number 6, we have Season 1 Part 2, Jiu no Tsubasa. This one, again, not good. At number 5, we have Shinzo Asago. Again, I feel people are just gonna shit on me in the comments. I'm gonna get roasted for this, but it's whatever. I don't like this track. For number 4, this is actually kind of interesting on which one I should put here, because I'm kind of confused between Guren no Yumiya and The Rumbling, honestly. But I think I'm gonna put Guren no Yumiya at number 4, and then The Rumbling at number 3, because I just feel, again, I'm a metal fan, so that bias is coming over here. And now for the number 1 and number 2 spot, obviously it's between the ones in the S tier. So I'm just gonna go ahead and give away number 1. And this is honestly such a difficult decision. I love both of these openings just so much. Man, honestly, I cannot choose between these two. This is, oh man. But I think finally, I'm gonna give this one to Season 3 Part 1, Red Swan. Again, I've said enough about it already, so I don't need to reiterate, but I feel between these two, it's kind of like a one day I like one of them and some other time I like the other one. But for now, the best Attack on Titan opening, in my opinion, goes to Red Swan. So anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, consider dropping a like down below. Subscribe to the channel because I have a lot more content coming out lately. Also, let me know what are your rankings for the Attack on Titan openings down in the comments. I'd love to read them, even though you're fucking wrong and my opinions are fact. I'm kidding, by the way. Like, some 9-year-old is gonna take that seriously and just shit on me for being a bigot in the comments. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, and fuck off now.